Move over, Swanson. I'm driving.
Welcome back to the Caddyshack Minute. This is the show where we view and discuss and enjoy and get stolen by a kangaroo 1 minute at a time with the film Caddyshack. I am Tom Taylor, and I'm joined as always.
Pick up the energy a little bit.
I was thinking on my feet, and it doesn't always work.
All right, guys, keep going.
All right, we're here with Mike DiMaria coming at you.
Coming at you.
How many degrees is it outside? 75 degrees. No, it's. I was playing off your morning zoo. 79 degrees coming at you. The 740
degrees, breezy.
6:45.
The Eisenhower's all backed up like a son of a bitch. Mm-hmm. All right. Also, our weatherman Dan Lewis is here.
Au revoir, gopher.
Have you guys seen Zombieland?
Yeah.
And he did in the end credits. He reprises that line, and it's enjoyable.
Oh, that's right, because he's in it.
Yeah, Bill Murray.
That's a funny scene. They think he's a zombie because he's just such a wasted celebrity in this giant mansion.
Yeah. He's actually wearing like a Bill Murray wig. Like he's Bill Murray now, but he's got like a black kind of curly wig.
Yeah, it's great.
That's funny.
Isn't he like?
Anyway,
isn't he? Oh. Well, let's go stay on Zombieland for a second. Isn't he like pretending to be a zombie?
Yeah, I think he's made up as a zombie to like scare people away, but then like, hey, you're Bill Murray.
Yeah,
they're all excited. He's like,
is he made up? I thought he was just like all burnt out. And
no, I think he has like zombie makeup on to keep the zombies away or something.
Oh yeah, I didn't remember that part. It was a long time ago.
I'll have to revisit that.
Yeah,
there's a part of that movie there's one part of that movie that aggravates me.
Oh yeah,
is because
just the one.
Well, no, there's probably lots, but. So he wants a Twinkie, right? Isn't that his whole thing? What's his name?
Bill Murray?
No. Oh, Woody Harrelson just wants to get a Twinkie.
Oh yeah.
So he comes across that Hostess truck that's tipped over. Yeah. And he goes inside it, and it's all like the cupcakes.
Oh.
But he doesn't eat any of them. And this is like the part of me that's in those kind of apocalyptic movies.
Yeah.
Anytime you would come across any sort of food. Yeah, you would just gorge yourself on it because you never know. Any stuff, any goods, any fun. Right. Or you would put some in your pocket. You'd fill your bag up full of sustenance because you don't know when you're going to get it next.
It's no time to worry about the husky pants.
No, and this is and this is when I revisit this. I think we told this in an earlier minute. Like if I go on an eating binge, I'll pretend like I'm in some apocalyptic world and I just came across a safe house full of food.
Yeah, you're in your bunker.
Oh, yeah, I got to eat that.
Stocked with peanut butter and crackers.
It's good.
I better have this. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to eat again.
And I'll tear through all the perishables first because you can't take.
There's a lot of raw energy in this raw hamburger.
We got to get past that old farmhouse before. So I better load up now.
Who knows what awaits me in there?
Yeah, they got some mac and cheese here in the fridge. I'm going to get that first because that's perishable.
You don't have to cook it.
Here, grab that empty box and put all the canned goods in there. We'll take those on the road.
Dad, what are you doing? Yeah. Go to bed, honey.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Preparing for the apocalypse. It's okay.
Daddy's listening to his stories.
Speaking of stories, I got a story about minute 83 of Caddyshack.
Oh.
My story begins with Carl stalking the gopher some more, as he does. That's all he gets to do in this movie. And it ends with Al's ball getting stolen by a kangaroo, as he says.
It's good.
So this is like that Sesame Street thing that was talking about the beginning, middle, and ends of stories. But this one only had the beginning Muppet and the end Muppet. I didn't give you the middle of the story at all of 83.
Where'd you come up with Sesame Street out of the blue?
They had that thing. They had a thing. Hi, I'm the beginning. Once upon a time, there was a princess and a castle.
I'm the middle.
Yeah, and the guy in the middle went on for ages and ages and ages, even though the beginning and the end guy were, pretty concise. And they all lived happily ever after. The end.
You know what that reminds me? There was a little video short that stuck with me that aggravated me. I think I'm just going to talk about things that aggravate me today.
Weird,
right?
Let's change your pace. Okay.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's something new. There was this one. They have these little educational shorts like where does milk come from, right?
Oh, sure. On Sesame Street, you mean?
Yeah, and it shows like the dairy farmer milking the cow, and then they're running it through the processor, and then it goes to the truck.
And then it makes saltwater taffy.
No, what?
That's another one that I remember. Like the big stretching machines.
So they had this thing, and it was like this real kind of rushed song. It was like milk, 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 and it's showing them working, getting the milk, and then it would pan back and forth between that and this like kid crying, and then it would go back to because the kid's waiting for the milk. See what I'm saying?
Oh,
kid's waiting for the milk.
Weird.
No, the kid's waiting for the milk, and the farmer's milking the cow, and then it cuts back to the kid crying, and then it goes to them processing the milk, and then it goes back to the kid crying, and then it goes all the time. You hear this milk, 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 milk.
I should remember that, but I don't.
And then it shows in the big silver tube truck, full of milk driving down the highway, and then cuts back to the kid crying, and then it shows the truck driver unloading the truck into the place. I don't know, and then it goes to the And then finally it gets to the kid's table, and the kid's drinking it, and he stops crying. And I remember sitting as a kid saying, "Shut the fuck! What the fuck are you crying for? You impatient little brat."
He's just sitting at the table, and there's no milk, and he's crying. But meanwhile, like an entire dairy industry is sweating to get him his glass of milk.
Right, and they're juxtaposing
I think I'm sending the wrong message.
That. And I remember as a kid eating my steak, I'm saying, "This kid's just." What the fuck's this kid's problem? What are you crying about?
You're trying to run a farm, and you're trying to raise a decent kid as a farmer. Doesn't that makes you a little sad that your kid just stands there crying, waiting for the milk every day? Seems a little weird. Like just
little bastard.
You could.
The farmer's got to say this is what we're working for, to get this cranky brat some milk.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I made a difference in the world. Hooray!
Just goes to show you how the younger generation
stands
there waiting for their milk. Just crying and waiting for their milk, not going to get their own milk.
Oh my God. I don't remember this.
That's the sound of the truck driver. Truck driver's just rushing his ass off to get the milk to the...
God. Is this Pink Floyd?
It's like Jethro Tull.
Kids don't get this now, do they? No. They get crap compared to this. This is like a fucking this is like Herbie Mann and Bill Evans just jamming to a milk song.
Yeah, the jazz flautist.
Milk is complicated.
That's what this is.
Now everything's so homogenized, you know what I mean?
Yep. I hear you.
Yeah.
So pasteurized.
Totally. Milk.
Yep.
I love this part. Wait, milk.
It's my favorite.
I want a song about milk.
Okay. And I want it to
What
jam.
lyrics can you give me about milk?
We got a little cutaway there. I can't tell a lie. Tom had to restart the podcast because just totally derailed the entire thing.
They don't even hear it because it was totally seamless with my beautiful editing.
It was. You didn't notice this, but Tom, the reason the air seems to have been taken out of the show is that Tom hit the wrong button or something and things got
Did it have to do with the Jethro Tull milk song? You don't think that took the air out of it?
That put a bit of an Ian Anderson quality.
That put the air in.
Yeah, that put the wind in our sails right there.
Milk.
Milk.
Yeah. Guys just
when I was like down south one or two times, like they gave us milk that was just like in a friggin' carafe straight out of the cow, and it's just
air in it.
Room temperature too, right?
It's so it's so gross.
Yeah.
Milk is so greatly improved. Some stuff is great when it's like artisanal. Milk is so greatly improved by the factory farming and production process.
Mm-hmm. Even if you go to Whole Foods and you buy like a nice clean bottle of like what is like cream on the top or something.
Yeah, of course.
But you buy that and then there's like a big like wad of cheese on the top of like heavy like thick cream. It is disgusting. Yeah. It's like, oh, this should be great. This should be delicious. But you try to like shake it up or mix it up or something, and all you get is milk with chunks in it.
It's disgusting.
Oh, and your son's crying and it's awful.
It's not natural, but like an Amish or something would say, right now there's Amish listening to this podcast saying, hey, you guys are all wrong about the milk.
Yeah.
I want to think that there's some going, oh, thank God, somebody understands.
We have a fairly large,
it's disgusting.
very surprisingly large Amish audience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Tom, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying that I think that there's some Amish out there who understand that the milk is disgusting, and they're happy to hear us speaking the truth about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
I wonder if you're like an Amish who's you're a closeted milk lover, like a homogenized milk lover. And you just can't say anything to anybody about it.
Yeah. You just choke it down with a smile on your face. And you go, this is really good. I'm into this. This is how I'm oriented.
Some of those fat globules from the cream line get stuck in your beard. Oh, boy.
On a hot August day.
That's good squishy. Ooh, that's good squishy.
I don't know where your pixies come from, but I like your pixie drink.
I like your pixie drink. All right, so we got the clay.
Not a plastic explosive or anything.
Yeah.
There's a line here that I never got before. I never heard it before.
Oh, which one?
That I appreciate. It's like, oh, don't mind this. Doctor's orders.
Well, that was. You never got that one before?
The Wire.
I think there's always one kind of. I think I glaze over when I see the gopher stuff.
Skipped over it, huh? Yeah,
I always missed him saying at the end, "This is gonna be sweet."
Wait, does he say that? I missed it already.
Right at the end, right before it goes to the golfing, he's like, "This is gonna be sweet."
That's funny.
Well, it's not that funny, but.
Well, it's funny that it's there. How about that?
Okay.
We're into the montage now. Are there other montages in this?
We had a brief. Did it count as a montage when we had the caddy tournament? It was like, truncated and just quick little snippets of the tournament. But I don't know if that counts as a montage or not.
But did you notice that the music during the montage is almost like the Milk song?
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very
not as jazzy.
No.
It's a I don't know, the xylophone-y business and stuff.
It's kind of like Bob Fosse-ish.
It's like traveling music for like a.
It sounds like music from something else.
Sounds like music from like a Bob Fosse production.
I'm not up on my Bob Fosse.
It doesn't have quite the pizzazz for a Bob Fosse. Yeah. Hello, right. Pizzazz. Yeah.
I'm not hearing jazz fingers.
Well,
sorry.
It is.
Yeah, none of us knows. We're just talking about it.
Great joke. Great work by Johnny Mandel there.
Yeah, I don't know. The music does sort of. Is it good? Do I like this music? I can't tell.
Well, we don't need
it seems like it's from another movie or something. It's very later on. It sounds just like the Love Boat.
It's like bum 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 bum.
Yeah, it's like little kids about to rob a bank or something. It's like very like a silly family, silly romp fun.
Well, we do see because we see Judge Smales cheat here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you see Danny like just turn away, completely disgusted.
Yeah,
but Smales is looking at him when he does that. So he sees him like kind of just being totally disgusted with him. He's not like he's.
Yeah, we've seen this play out before, but last time Danny was still sort of sucking up to him,
right?
And he was a little nicer about it. Kind of went with it a little more, but yeah, he's not hiding it at all now. He's like, oh, he's conflicted. He's got Maggie on his shoulder saying, "You'll do the right thing, Noonan. You're a good person." I'm still not sure what his conflict is. Well, that's all right.
You'll do the right thing, Noonan. Or my name isn't Maggie Holcomb.
It's Maggie
or my name's not Maggie Holcomb.
Maggie Delicious.
It's O'Hooligan.
O'Hooligan.
Oh, well, I was doing the O'Hooligan with the accent and the Holcomb without it. That was the joke. Hi, my name's not Maggie Holcomb.
I wish I had gotten that when you did it the first time because it's funny.
That kangaroo stole my ball.
Yeah,
I love
that's funny too.
That. Kangaroo stole my ball.
He could have said any animal, and he said kangaroo.
He said kangaroo.
Could have said hedgehog, squirrel, dog.
Looking on with that ginormous bag, just smoking and going like, "What's going on?"
A kangaroo, you say? Doesn't sound right. But all right, Mr. Czervik.
D'Annunzio looks genuinely concerned there. I mean, it's not a problem. He's not. He doesn't bitch. He doesn't. He just tries to help. He just stands there going, "Okay, what can we do?"
He's trying to earn his tip.
I'm your caddy. I'm here for you. If there's a kangaroo, I'll box it for you and get your ball back.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got those bright orange balls still.
Say,
Say, pardon me, Mr. Czervik.
You got to get that checked out. I'll just snake a tube up those balls and get back to you about 4 or 5 hours.
Doctor's orders.
So I had a big bowl of soup.
My knees.
I had a big bowl of soup, and now I'm sleepy.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Yep. Oh, boy.
You wearing slippers?
No, it's too hot.
Go put the slippers on. Weather. Let's make some magic.
It's too hot for it.
It's
Go to Fantasyland.
Yeah. Go to a 95-degree fever dream fantasy
What's a widget? It's a fictional product. Doesn't matter.
Oh, that's for Teamsters.
Tell that to the bank. Drops his pointer. We're going to build this factory in Fantasyland.
Fantasyland. No, class cracks up.
And it ain't the Boy Scouts.
Oh, yeah, it's good. Look at all there's some, it's definitely in Florida. If you look at the trees behind Danny as he rolls his eyes, sort of. It's got that kind of, I don't know what kind of a tree it is in Florida. They've got, maybe someone can chime in. But it's got these kind of vines encircling it.
Oh, okay.
I think it may be, what is that, a cypress or no, whatever.
Kudzu?
I don't think it's a kudzu.
No, okay.
Palmetto or cypress or something.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Cypriot.
Right.
It almost looks sort of swampy or something.
Wow.
Now, why is everyone sneaking around? There's a bunch of caddies sneaking around to watch the game. Are they going to get in trouble, or
because it's a gamble? It's a gambling game.
I get that.
It's supposed to be on the slide. Nobody's supposed to be watching.
Be a big secret.
Yeah, but I mean, would the golfers be upset, or would the caddies be in trouble? I don't know what the difference is.
I didn't really understand it. I didn't understand why they weren't supposed to be watching.
Because later on, it's like all in the open, isn't it? Like the entire club is standing around watching the final putt. Not to skip ahead.
Maybe it's just that, by the end, it's just there's so much money involved.
Yeah, they've all lost their minds.
Spoiler alert, it's going to get doubled again.
What?
And, so it could be just where they're so focused at some point, they just say, oh, screw it.
Yeah.
Club rules be damned.
Mm-hmm. You can't blame them.
That's all.
God, I don't know. Oh, you know what? I think as this airs, I think the day after this airs, Dan is going to be on that other show. Am I allowed to say? If you're actually on the show,
where does this come from?
I heard
he's plugging his other podcast.
Yeah, okay.
I'm plugging Dan's our co-host's appearance on another show.
Oh, this is the plug portion of the show. Hey, Jimmy, hit the plug music.
Oh, I'm not finding plug music. You have to sing the plug theme.
I love that song.
Yeah, da 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 da. We got our plugs. Plug on another
I wonder, you know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, these are the plugs. Go ahead, Tom.
I guarantee you, Tom. The other team that you work with isn't saying, "Hey, when this airs, guess what? Dan Lewis from the Caddyshack Minute's going to be on our show."
Well, they don't have to say it because it's airing and he's on the show.
Nobody on that shit show is going, "Hey, guess what? There's a funnier, more interesting." Better show about a better movie that's going on right at the same time. You should change channels.
I have to be honest, I have not heard them say that. That's true. I'll talk to them about that at the next show meeting in the writer's room.
Yeah, you won't find a funnier
going
show.
On, Tom? You trying to sell something in the classifieds? You want to get it across here?
It's
terrible.
And now, you know what else I heard? I heard that they're a PG show. They don't like to swear over there. That's what I heard.
It's true. They cover it up with clever little beeps and whistles and things.
So,
they try.
But that adds its own kind of charm.
Yeah, okay, it's fine.
I mean,
the car horn
people
and stuff.
say, I don't know.
Yeah,
they have some sounds from the film and stuff.
That's a fucking thing in that one. Did I? I think I might have sworn when I was on there.
I don't recall. Tune in tomorrow and find out.
Ooh, it's not tomorrow, is it?
I think it is.
Maybe it is.
Not tomorrow as we record, but tomorrow is the Thursday.
Did you ever have one of those friends you'd go hang out with your friend and his family was kind of ultra Christian and you couldn't swear over there, but you couldn't even say the Lord's name in vain?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
It was weird, and they were very syrupy.
Yeah, I had one of those, and it was I'd go over there and I would every other word out of my mouth was Jesus or God, And every time I do it, the kid would take me aside. He said, "You can't say that in my house. My mom's going to get upset." And I'd say, "Okay, I won't do it anymore." And then it'd be, "Oh God, look at that. Oh geez, look at that. Look at Jesus Christ." And
this is good fucking ham.
Yeah, this is fucking good salt ham. And the dad would be like,
fucking Christ, hung up on a grizzly cross with disgusting stigmata.
All the shit hanging out, and fucking blood and piss and shit.
Blood and guts of the nail right through the wrist. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. God, that's gotta hurt.
Fucking hell. Christ. Lordy Christ. No, but I would just say,
I'm upset for the Lord. What?
But I would just say something like, "Oh God, that's cool," or "Oh geez." And the dad would just be like,
"Fuck, I love you so much."
And the dad would be like on the other side of the table, like just contorting, like like it's like hurting him, and he dropped the fork on the table a little too loud.
The devil's knife just twisting in his belly every time he hears that.
The Holy Spirit and the devil are wrestling inside his gut.
Dang doodle. What's he saying over there?
He said Christ.
Why is he saying Christ, Daddy?
But then it would always be this uncomfortable thing because I couldn't stop myself from saying it. And I would be like, I'd say, "What's wrong with me? And why is it my house like this?" You go over to my house and there's plates being smashed over people's heads.
I had a family like that was like, I was like in third grade or something, and they were just like super, Christian and stuff. And the mom, I'm talking about a movie. I'm not plugging that other show, but Raiders of the Lost Ark had just come out, and we were all blown away. We were so like, "Oh my God, I can't believe there's a." And she and she was talking about, and at the end, the Holy Spirit pierced those men's hearts and went through I'm like, "Are you ruining Raiders of the Lost Ark for me right now by turning it into like a thing, like a churchy thing?"
Oh.
Yeah.
And you had already
seen it? Don't you dare.
Or you hadn't seen it
Oh,
yet?
no, I had seen it. And I loved it. But I was like, wait, don't put a weird spin on it. It's just awesome. All the Nazis get burned and melted, and it's awesome. Don't make it a thing. Yeah. Don't touch it.
Ooh, don't touch it.
Yeah. No,
but meanwhile, that same family was apparently, I'm sorry, I'm going to finish this. They had somebody in their family was a somewhat famous airbrush artist. And so they would have these books, like these coffee table books that featured his stuff in it, but it also had like H.R. Giger stuff and like all this really bizarre like boobs and stuff and Christ on a crutch and everything. And I'd be paging. I'm like, "Oh, am I supposed to be looking at this? Jeez, oh my God!"
First of all, what the hell is a famous airbrush artist?
I don't. At the time, it was the '80s. What do you want? Like the early '80s. It was like some guy who had like done like posters and stuff, but then they had. I guess he'd done some airbrush stuff. I don't know. And they had these books with like that had collected this kind of art, and he was in there and stuff. So that's why they had these books. But then it also had like boobs and stuff. And I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go peruse your uncle's stuff. I'm impressed that you have such creativity in your family.
Gotta go look at those boobs with like the tentacles all wrapped around.
Yeah. There's a air tank coming out of that breast. I'm going to study that for some reason."
Yeah, for the family that did this, my friend's house. I'm just mumbling. It's the soup. But
what kind of soup was it? Sodium pentothal soup?
No, but this family that I'm talking about the mother ended up having an affair on the dad. And I wanted to go to him later. Did you say the Lord's name in vain then? When you found that out, did you say Jesus Christ? The fuck's the matter with you? God damn it! Yeah,
that sucks. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, was she just having an affair with like the Holy Spirit or something?
No, she had an affair with somebody on the cul-de-sac, I think.
Oh, not on the cul-de-sac.
No.
I turned my back for 1 minute, and she is having a gosh darn. She's humping some other man.
His tallywhackers in her Jim Diggler and
all right,
okay. It's a dilly of a pickle.
Thanks for stopping by.
Good for keeping down the urges.
What did he say? It was the one that was trying to get Ned all angry.
And when he gets him mad, he tells him about what about the post office?
No, he goes
waiting in line.
Yeah,
something like that.
He goes, the times the incidents where I was nice to you in the past were fraudulent.
Oh,
or something. He says something like
these
that.
Things to read.
Yeah, he's reading them off.
Previous instances where I professed to like you were fraudulent. And the screen would come down. He's like, "Well, no problem there. Thanks for stopping by."
That's a good show.
Yeah,
I'm going to go out on a limb and say The Simpsons is a good show.
It's good for scratching.
White bread, please, with a glass of water on the side for dipping.
Not white bread, it was cucumber slices.
No, that was nachos Flanders style. That's cucumbers and cottage cheese.
Nachos.
I'll plug The Simpsons all day. I won't plug that stupid Indiana Jones minute. Come on.
I hear you.
I got time for that.
I don't even care. I'm on it and I don't like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That must have been hard. I'm sorry you had to go through that.
Whatever you do, don't listen to it. I'll be on tomorrow. Whatever you do, don't listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. People. Yeah. Come back and listen to this show later.
Yeah.
We got all your Dan right here. Yeah. You don't need to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
Don't do as I say. Don't listen to what I did.
Yeah. You're the one that keeps plugging it, though, Tom.
I brought it up once. I'm proud of Dan. I'm excited that he's branching out into other shows. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, nobody else cares about this show.
That's
not what I'm saying at all.
There's no plugs coming the other way. I can assure you of that.
We don't need their plugs. We're good.
Yeah, nobody's
plugged by the Holy Ghost.
Give me one incident when your friend Jerry Porter said, Caddyshack Minute on his show. Didn't happen.
Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. No, it didn't.
No, he's too busy selling drums on the internet. Your friend.
He sells drugs on the internet?
Drums.
We did this joke
Drums.
Already. Drums.
Yeah, don't.
Takes uppers?
Thanks for stopping by.
Don't wear nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Yo, stupid 60 Flanders.
Can't sleep. Clown will eat me.
All right. Okay.
All right, people. Yeah, so he's talking and he goes, doctors. I like when he goes when he says the line. He goes that sort of thing. Don't worry about what does he say? Something about the doctor's orders, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't remember exactly, but it is funny. Like, is that supposed to be like a I don't know, like a colostomy thing? Like
catheter.
Snake a tube down his throat.
Oh, sure, yeah. That's not his throat, though. That's the problem.
His doctor is Dr. Beeper.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Doctor to the clay creatures.
So, interesting, filmmaking tidbit here coming up.
Oh, yeah?
After the judge moves his ball out of the rough, so to speak, and I mean in the non-euphemistic way, you get a shot of Angie D'Annunzio and crew hiding from tree to tree, and they're running from one tree to another. The Knight Rider's shirt is on, and it's backwards. So this is a reverse shot.
Get out of here.
The second shot in the movie that we've confirmed is reversed. Wait, no, the other one's reversed.
Gosh.
The other one's reversed in time. This one is reversed in reverse negative, not reverse negative.
Oh, because we had that boat shot, right?
Backwards.
That was reversed.
And it says Knight Rider's backwards on his shirt.
That's incredible. Why would they need to do that?
I think it's because they're trying to, for one reason or another, they're trying to create a spatial relationship, and for one reason or another, it didn't work when the kids were going from right to left, but it works with the kids going from left to right.
Boy, I don't know. I believe you.
The kids are mostly going forward.
Yeah, and they're looking to the left, but that doesn't, I don't see, like if they were looking to the right, I would be like, no, wait just a minute, because you don't see them in the other shot at all, so it's not like it's going to not match with something.
Well, I guess it could have been one of those things where it was edited, a lot of other stuff was taken out. It made sense. There was a reason for it originally. Yeah. And then they just left it. Very strange.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Makes me feel weird. Mm-hmm. Well, I wish Harold Ramis was around to explain this so Tom doesn't have to feel uncomfortable in his underpants.
Yeah. Who says I'm wearing underpants?
In his unmentionables, and I'll thank you not to mention them.
How those unmentionables got in my pajamas, I'll never know.
Trivia.
How he made it.
Trivia. Oh my God. He just leaned on
that's
the
crazy. Went right today. That's the same. That's the same music as the Pluck music.
It is not the same music as the non-existent Plug
music.
Doesn't
it? I heard it's like the same song.
I don't know. Hang on. I'm getting the...
Oh, not ready. Tough to get that ready.
I didn't know we were going to
for the
trip
Indiana
the trivia
Jones
alarm. That's right. Okay, question 1. What is the size of Indiana
what's
Jones'
the par
fedora?
First. Don't go right into the questions like a jerk. You big dumb jerk.
This is par 3. Oh, it's a par 3 with a hole-in-one.
Ooh. Do the hole in one first, so that if we get it, we don't have to answer any of the questions.
God damn it!
I got a trivia question for you. I got a trivia question for you. What movie is this alarm from?
I know the answer to that. Is it I might be wrong, but is it Kentucky Fried Movie?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so good at this.
It's the guy that just.
How do I apply these skills?
The guy just steps out of the. He's just got the megaphone. He's just going That's
the thing. I watched that kind of recently with my wife. Yeah. She wasn't as impressed as I wanted her to be, but it was still good.
She didn't like Catholic high school girls in trouble.
It didn't have the same effect on her as it did on me. I don't know why.
Show me your nuts.
That's a double entendre. Okay, Caddyshack trivia. Say airplane to me when we're done with this. The par 4, which as far as we know only means that there are 4 questions.
And what about airplane?
Tie. Okay, I'll tell. It's not airplane. It's I brought up a couple of minutes ago that my friend Bill thought that there was a scene of Rodney switching the sides of his steering wheel, and after reconferring with him and reaching out to a previous guest of the show, Kevin Marr, who is a pop culture genius, we've decided that yes, this is a Mandela effect, Berenstain Bears sort of thing, where he must have just been conflating 2 different things.
Yeah,
all you have to do is just watch the movie and you'll see that didn't happen.
It's exactly like when I was a kid watching Star Trek, and I remember I saw it. It was in my, it was an ocular experience. I saw Spock bury that axe in Kirk's chest, killing him violently. But I'm conflating the fact that Spock swings at his shirt and cuts his shirt open, and there's a line of blood, and then later strangles him seemingly to death.
Oh.
Mike will tell you I'm talking about the Amok Time episode where Spock is going through Pon farr and has to, okay.
That run amok time.
Yeah, that's right.
Nerd alert. Orc.
Okay, Caddyshack trivia. Now that I've gotten my Star Trek and airplane and other things out of my system.
We'll nail it.
Ty thinks Lacey is what astrological sign? Does this come out in the back rub?
Yeah,
scene?
It's got to be the back rub scene. Shit.
Do you want choices? Do you want options?
Yeah.
Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Taurus.
Aries.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea.
I'm going to go with the
Aries.
Sagittarius.
I'll just say Leo just to be different. It is Taurus. We all got that one wrong.
Unreal.
Wow. I think that's a first.
Guys, we do the Caddyshack Minute.
Yeah.
Who, may I ask you, is going to get that question right?
That is crazy.
Soul.
Wow. Now we got to search the earth, finding somebody who would get that right on the first try.
Who's going to get that right?
Who are these Caddyshack people?
What are we doing?
All right. What is Danny's demeanor when he speaks with Judge Smales in his office? It's a very weird question. There are multiple choice options.
Cary Grant. What are the choices?
Mel Brooks. Danny's demeanor is either jovial, nervous, angry, or sad.
He's nervous, for Christ's sake.
I guess it would be nervous. Yeah, it's nervous. That's what it says. Okay. During the Caddyshack or the Caddy Day tournament, whose shot lands right, quote, right on the beach, end quote, Danny's or Tony's?
Shit.
No, right on the beach. It's
D'Annunzio.
No.
Yeah. Tony D'Annunzio's.
D'Annunzio.
Stand up. What type of flag is on Al's boat?
Oh.
Liberia.
Gosh. Okay, the choices are
all ships fly under the flag of Liberia. Look it up.
Oh, it might be the you know what it might be? Yeah, it might be the Jolly Roger or something.
Okay. American, British, coat of arms, or Bushwood?
It's not going to be Bushwood.
He's a guest of the Scots. He's not going to have a Bushwood flag.
Yeah. And he does have those hats with a coat of arms on it.
Yeah, he does have a Rolls Royce.
But isn't it almost default to have an American flag on your boat?
Yeah, I feel like there's no way.
I don't know if it's required, but what are we saying?
I go with What, the American flag? I guess that my logic tells me that, but my instinct is that it's going to be something different or more quirky than that.
Mike?
Coat of arms.
It is the American flag. The American flag. Now I'm putting the box away. Because that was trivia! Well, that was good. Congratulations, guys. I feel a little bad with it. We all three got that first one wrong. Never try that again tomorrow. You all right, Mike?
Yeah, I'm just ready for bed. I think the soup got me.
How's your soup? Okay.
It was good.
Get this man another bowl of soup. Stat.
Yeah.
We got to operate.
Hey, listen.
What kind of soup? I have no idea.
We love you. Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Dan, I love you. Mike, I love you. Audience, I love you.
There's the Jews harp.
Bang, 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 bang. Where'd the Jews harp go? I gotta break that thing out again. Boy, we've been doing the show a long time.
I still gotta find that song that I told you about. I tried to find it after that episode, but I want to find the one with the jaw harp solo.
Yeah,
got a great jaw harp solo.
Who get me dancing?
Who was the song by?
It was a really old folk song from like Wax Cylinder or something. So I don't even know how to look for it, but it's in my collection somewhere.
So you don't even know that somebody's playing the jaw harp. They could just be going bang, 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 bang.
It could be it. Yeah, they could be doing it's what they're doing maybe. But it's
probably is.
I always think that I sound exactly like a trumpet when I. You ever like when I go
I know
like
what you're saying.
Oh yeah,
right
yeah.
in my head it's exactly like a trumpet, and I feel like if you just recorded it, you wouldn't even have to learn to play the trumpet. And
you wonder why people don't comment on it. Oh my God, Dan, that was perfect. You sound just like a trumpet.
I thought somebody was playing, Louis Armstrong out the window, but I realized it was just you next to me humming. Yeah. You can kind of do a trombone too if you have a bit of a more of a, I don't know, I guess a more resonant, rich voice.
It's a little Dixieland.
Yeah. This song is so old, and it's part of a collection that it's just some shitheel you can't use that word, right? Is that offensive?
No.
Shitheel?
Why is that offensive?
What's shit? I thought shitheel was like anyway, that's a derogatory
if you say what you
term
thought it was,
for a cowboy.
Then it'll be
I also said a derogatory term for a shit kicker. But anyway, somebody with like one of those like guitars with two nails and a string and just like a one jaw harp. Oh, yeah.
You know what instrument I can't stand? You know what instrument I can't stand?
What is it?
The harmonica. I can't stand it.
Oh, really?
I can't stand it.
Seldomly used well, but I can think of a couple examples. I like the harmonica. Like there's like a bass harmonica it was the Simon and Garfunkel there.
Yeah,
what's that song?
I agree with you that there's exceptions to it. Oh, okay. But overall, I think you're right. I can't.
It's almost never good. I would agree with you. It's almost never. In fact, it's terrible. And in fact, Blues Traveler may be the worst band of all time.
Yeah. See, but I'm a deep, lifelong fan of Neil Young, and he does the harmonica a lot.
Yeah,
and I like it
with Bob Dylan too.
Sure.
It works. It works in that context fine. I'll give that to you. But overall, I can't take it.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
When you just hear one blaring away, like you go into a blues bar and you hear that Mike's just walking right out.
Yeah. Or I see somebody come with one of those cases and it's got all those little, those little boxes.
Exactly. Yeah, and a little like hands-free neck thing.
That guy invariably has a ponytail and is white.
Yeah. And you see some guy just...
Club. Oh.
And you guys see some guy on stage just laying them all out, all the different keys of it. And I say, you know what?
We're in for it now.
Yeah, let's settle this tab and let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Waiter. Yeah.
This one's in C sharp.
Club.
Follow me.
The AV Club
a long time ago did. Never.
Let's do a 12-bar blue in C flat.
Oh, but I didn't bring that one.
Yeah,
I didn't bring my C flat.
I'll see you in 15 bars. Here we go. I'll see you at the turnaround. You know what the turnaround? You know what the turnaround is, Tom? In a 12-bar blues.
It's when I turn around and high step it out of this.
It's when they do you do the turnaround. It's you dump it up, it up, it up, it up, it up, it up. You go back and forth. But then as the part goes da 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 da, and you go back to the top again. And if you're in a cheesy blues bar, you'll see the bass player and the guitarist all come together on the drummer, and they'll look at you like bam ba da ba ba, and then they all walk back away as they go through the 15 bars again.
They're a well-oiled machine.
So you always say, "I'll catch you. I'll catch you back at the turnaround." Okay,
I'll see you there.
Whatever.
I'll see you there at the turnaround. Shut up.
Fucking leave me alone.
They look at each other and smile. They know it's time. Oh my
God. I hate music so much.
It's the worst.
I hate it. I hate it.
Music's terrible.
Yeah, and there's nothing.
Never listen to music.
There's nothing more formulated than 12-bar blues. So Tom, this will give you an example. So Dan and I are both musicians, obviously, right? Mm-hmm. So if we could walk we could walk up on stage at any blues bar, and I could sit behind the drums, and Dan could grab a guitar, and we'll say, "What?" You look at the guy and say, "What? 12-bar blues?" And everybody goes, "Okay," and everybody knows what they're doing.
Well, turn it up, man.
No, everybody who's on stage knows exactly what they're doing. You could never play with each other and just walk up and, "Hey, can I sit in with you?" "Sure, I'm going to get behind the drums." "Okay, let's do 12-bar blues in C." "Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Oh
boy!
And you go through your 12 bars and you turn it around and you go again and you keep going until every last person drops dead in that place.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Thank goodness for music.
We're extending this minute now. So now I was in college in Florida, in St. Leo, Florida. I was in a band with the professors. There was 2 professors, one criminology teacher and one like Middle East. He was a Middle East expert. And these 2 professors had a tradition of having a band with the students. It was called Time Warp. Mm-hmm. So I was in Time Warp.
Is that what they called it?
Yeah, it was in Time Warp, and you just go and you'd play just cover songs. And we had this one guy who was like a deadhead, and he was a guitar player in the band, but he didn't quite get it. Like he wasn't like a natural musician, and he didn't get the 12-bar blues. He would always fuck it up, and we'd be playing and the bass player was.
Fans don't get music.
Yeah, they don't. They just don't. And so we'd be playing it, and we would try to, me and this other guitar player would try to just instill the fact that to jam and break out of the formulations, but none of these guys knew how to come back to the core. Oh. We could say, "Okay, let's just jam this out. And then we'll come back to. I'll see you at the turnaround." But this guy wouldn't get the turnaround. So the one professor who looked like Abe Lincoln, looked exactly like Abe Lincoln. So picture Abe Lincoln with the stovepipe hat, playing bass with one finger, just tugging on it.
Right.
So he would get frustrated because he knew this one guy, Eric, who was on the acoustic guitar signed by one of the guys from Leonard Skinner, didn't get the turnaround, and he would always fuck it up. So we'd be going, and he'd be staring at him with the turnaround, and he'd get right up in his face. He'd go, "Ack! Ack! Turnaround! It's the turnaround!"
Was that Lincoln?
Yeah, that was Lincoln.
Lincoln did?
Yeah, Lincoln would get right in his face because he just wouldn't. He was always stoned and he didn't get the turnaround. So
a band divided against itself cannot reach the turnaround.
You last got this 407 bars ago.
Yeah, but this guy would get all, because the professor would get all lit up on O'Doul's. He wouldn't drink, but he would bring a case of O'Doul's and he would just down those. Because he liked the taste.
All right.
Because he loved the taste of
root beer.
He loved the taste of beer, but he didn't like to get drunk. So he would be screaming at him from across the stage, and then he'd walk up right to his face. He said, "The turnaround now!
We're all going to be killed."
And he still fucked it up, but he got it right. And me and the other guitar player would just be laughing like, "Ba-dum-ba," would be like, and he'd walk away and I'd scream, I'll see you again at the turnaround.
See the turnaround. If you don't catch that turnaround, it's like driving the wrong way down the street.
Yeah,
it doesn't sound right at all.
No,
one guy just going.
You miss that turnaround. It's just like driving into a brick wall at like 40 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
Criminal, you can't miss the turnaround.
But when you all hit that turnaround at the same time, it's like blues heaven.
That's what I need. Blues heaven.
That's when everybody in the bar does another round. They hear that turnaround, they go get another round.
You know what? We're staying here, man.
Yeah.
Well,
this is the sweet spot of life.
Right.
It's like making a nice, smooth left turn right on the blues lane.
Right into Margaritaville.
All right.
Wait a minute, you ruined it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, listen.
All right.
Here, you're all lucky listeners. You got a little bonus there. We got an extra story in just under the wire.
A little turnaround.
And it was a good one. A little turnaround. But we'll all meet you back here at the turnaround for minute 84, which we're preemptively calling the turnaround. But come back for that, please, next time here on the Caddyshack Minute.
See, you're screwing it up, Tom.
I know. Can I see the theme to the Odd Couple?
You go up, and then you go back down. Then you go up, and then you go back down, then you turn it around. All right.